Edey Everywhere, the pressure, the expectation, the reality. Welcome back to another episode of Edey Everywhere. If you've been with me for a while, you know we've already touched on some heavy topics. First, why we are forced to succeed before 30, and also the truth that success is lonely. The parts they won't tell you. Both of those episodes really hit home for so many people, and the feedback has been amazing. Thank you. I've been receiving calls from friends, from families, bigging me up to continue doing what I'm doing because they are learning a lot, and I'm so happy to hear from you. You are the reason why I continue to do this. Today, we are taking the conversation a step further because all those pressures and realities connect to something deeper. The way people perceive you and how they measure your worth. The title of today's episode is The Reality of Perception and Worth. And trust me, if you have ever felt overlooked, underestimated, or even disrespected because people didn't recognize your value, you will feel this one. Let's start with a hard truth. In this world, people don't really treat you based on who you are. They treat you based on who they think you are. Think about it. You can be the most hardworking, intelligent, or kind person in the room, but if people don't see proof of your value, they will treat you like you don't matter. Respect in our society is rarely given up front. It's earned, or let me say it's perceived to be earned when you show results. People respect your position, your influence, your impact, and yes, sometimes your money. Have you noticed how someone can give a brilliant idea in a meeting but goes ignored until another person, maybe someone with big title or position or fame, say the exact same thing? Suddenly, everybody is clapping. Why? Because people often value perception over substance. That is why you can be skillful but still feel invincible. Because the world doesn't just want your intention, it wants evidence. And if there is no visible evidence, they act like there is no value. That is the world we find ourselves in today. Now let's talk about humility. Humility is good. Humility keeps us grounded. Nobody likes arrogance. But here's the mistake many of us make. We confuse humility with silence. We think if I just keep my head down and work hard, people will notice. But the truth, sometimes they won't. If you've never showcased your work, your skill, people assume you're not doing anything. If you never talk about your achievements, people assume you don't have any. It's like having a bright light and keeping it hidden under a bucket. Nobody can see it, so they assume there is no light at all. Sometimes blowing your own trumpet is not pride, it's strategy. It's not about bragging, it's about making sure your value is visible. Because in this world, invisibility is a disadvantage. Now, let me give you an example. On social media, you see people constantly sharing their wins, their projects, their lifestyle. And while some of it may feel exaggerated, one thing is clear. They are being seen. And being seen often translates into opportunities, partnerships, and respect. Meanwhile, someone who is genuinely talented, who works twice as hard, but never shared their works, might remain overlooked. So the lesson here is don't confuse humility with silence. Stay grounded, yes, but don't hide. Your value needs to be positioned where it can be recognized, respected, and rewarded. Let's make this practical, okay? Imagine two photographers. One is incredibly talented, takes stunning pictures, but keeps them on his hard drive or probably on his computer. Now he tells himself, I don't like attention. My work will speak for itself. Look at this. I know somebody who does this. This guy is so talented. He takes stunning photos and videos, but he never posts them. The other photographer may not be as skilled, but he posts his works online. He enters competitions, network, introduces himself confidently, and constantly shows what he can do. Guess who gets the bigger job? Guess who gets the respect when they walk into a room? The one who positions himself to be seen. Yes, the one who positions himself to be seen. And this just don't apply to work. It's the same in relationships, in friendships, and even in family. People treat you according to their perception of your importance. Another example, how many times have you seen someone come outside from your country or community and suddenly they are treated like royalty, even though there are people around who can do the same thing or even better? It's not always about skill, it's about perception. And listen, I'm not just saying we should live our lives to impress people. That is exhausting and very dangerous. What I'm saying is, if you don't let people or the world see your value, don't be surprised if they act like it doesn't exist. So how do we balance all this? How do you avoid being arrogant, but also avoid being invisible? Here are a few practical steps. 1. Document your work. whether it's online or offline. Create a record of what you do. It makes your value visible. 2. Speak up. In meetings, in groups, don't hide your value. Don't hide your ideas. Share them with confidence. Don't say, I'm gonna do it the way I feel like it should be done, but I'm not gonna share. No. Share your ideas with confidence. 3. Network intentionally. Put yourself in spaces where you can be seen. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. There are a lot of spaces where you can be appreciated for what you are capable of doing. Please take advantage of them. 4. Celebrate progress. Share your wins, even the smaller ones. You never know who is watching. 5. Stay authentic. Don't exaggerate. Don't fake it. A lot of people exaggerate. I just watch them and laugh. A lot of people fake it. Don't be like that. Be yourself, okay? Just make sure your real value is not hidden. Because the truth is simple. People can't clap for what they can see. So, let me leave you with this. The world often treats you according to your perceived importance, not your hidden reality. If you never let your light shine, people will assume you don't have any. Don't let humility turn into invisibility. Don't let silence bury your worth. Stay grounded, yes, but let your work, your skill, your abilities speak. Let your work, your contributions be visible. At the end of the day, the big question is, are you being overlooked because you lack value or because you've refused to make your value visible? Think about it, because like we always say on this platform, EdeyEverywhere. The pressure to prove yourself, the pressure to be recognized, it's everywhere. But the decision to reveal your worth, that's in your hands. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode on EdeyEverywhere. If this message touched you, share it with a friend or family. Leave your thoughts in the comments. We are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. EdeyEverywhere. Kindly subscribe and follow us for real conversations. Remember, perception might shape how people see you, but your true worth is in what you choose to reveal. Stay shining. I'll catch up with you on the next episode. Until then, EdeyEverywhere. Stay amazing.